Sinemaskop'tan herkese merhaba. Yeni bir haftada yeni filmler ve sinema dosyalarımızla karşınızdayız. Programa hızla başlıyoruz ve sinema dünyasında herkesten bir adım önde oluyoruz. Başrolünde Oscar ödüllü Charlize Theron'un bulunduğu casusluk temalı aksiyon Atomic Blonde yönetmen David Leitch'in ellerinde 30 milyon dolara çekildi. Birbirini kovalayan aksiyon sahnelerinin üstesinden gelmek için Theron 8 farklı antrenörle çalıştı. Bir de John Wick için hazırlanan Keanu Reeves'le. Fakat çekimler sırasında iki dişini de kırmayı ihmal etmedi. Hatta bir diğer başrol olan James McAvoy da Split filminin çekimlerinde kırdığı eliyle Atomic Blonde'un çekimlerini gerçekleştirdi. Film adını ilk başta uyarlandığı çizgi roman The Cold City'den alıyordu. Sonra değiştirdiler. Bakalım film ekibi sette neler yaşamış, bir de onlardan dinleyelim.
The thing that I connected with Lorraine was the fact that you feel everything.
She's in the top 1 percentile of actors to do their own action. She's badass.
At first, not knowing her skill level, we were going to break things down, do 3 or 4 moves, then cut. Move the camera over here, couple moves, cut. But then when we saw her abilities, that really lit the light bulb for us of like, we've got something special here, let's try to push this.
That's it. So I changed the directives to the choreography team to like go big and build it out. And we'll do longer takes and we'll do more complex moves because she could do 20 moves without cutting.
I had incredible teachers who were incredibly patient with me.
She would train with different martial arts drills.
Right from the beginning, it was very clear the way I was going to fight, how a woman would really be able to fight and not break every bone in her fist.
Because she's a woman and she's fighting men, if they use one hand, she would use 2. Or if they try to throw a punch, she would throw 3. Or use the environment around her to gain an advantage.
It was really intense. These stunt guys took so many hits. I had to buy a lot of alcohol to be forgiven, but there were no injuries. There were absolutely nothing. Or so they told me. So I don't know, maybe they went home and cried. I chose this life, and someday it's going to get me killed. But not today.
3, 2, 1, go!
But he just came in with such a visual and such an idea of what he wanted the heart of this film to be and what he wanted it to look like. And it was brave, and it was refreshing, and it was provocative, and it was thought-provoking, and at moments it was uncomfortable. And all of that stuff made me just kind of, you know, inside jump up for joy because I knew we found our guy. I knew he was the person that I wanted to make this movie with, no matter what.
Atomic Blonde is the story of Lorraine Broughton, an MI6 agent who's in a bit of an existential crisis. She's surrounded in a world of lies, and she's been tasked with the mission to go to Berlin and retrieve these documents that basically expose everybody on both sides of the wall.
I was very excited about the fact that Lorraine was a person that was just really good at her job, and we never explained why she was good at her job or reminded the audience that, oh, by the way, she's a woman and she can have babies and she's emotionally attached to things that people think women should always be attached to. She's just as good as a man. You can take this story and you can flip it, and it works exactly the same way. And that strength is something that I'm really proud of, for myself as a woman to, you know, take part in a film and not make excuses and not play somebody that has to let everybody or an audience know every 5 minutes that she has boobs. That's really great.
This new person coming in and him not getting consulted on it represents a massive threat. He also knows that this person coming in is majorly badass and that she is on a level of operative that is on a different, you know, she's almost like Black Ops compared to him.
I need a little time to clear it up.
I know what it's like to do all that physical stuff, but the amount she's got to do is incredible. So, no, I'm full of admiration for her, because she brings a lot of intensity to the character anyway, in the talking stuff. You know, the talking stuff. And, but then with the fighty stuff, she's just as intense and brings a level of physical energy to it, which is formidable.
Who was blown?
It wasn't us. KGB seemed to know our route. They had a wonderful position for fire.
You know, I'm hoping that the audiences they enjoy the ride, they enjoy the action, they enjoy the world building and the sexy sort of wish fulfillment of the 80s and this nostalgic adventure that Lorraine is on. But I hope that they take away sort of like a little bit of what it's like to be a spy and how difficult and how tragic their lives can be, with no intimacy and no one caring for them, and like living a life of deception, and like how empty that is at the end of the day.
So you made contact with the French operative?
Obviously.
Yoğun bir sinema turunun ardından Sinemaskop'un yine sonuna geldik. Ama haftaya yine dolu dolu bir bölümle aynı gün ve saatte tekrar görüşeceğiz. Hafta içi boyunca bizleri sosyal medya hesaplarımızdan takip edebilirsiniz. Sinema ile ilgili güzel paylaşımlar var. Sinemasız kalmayın, izlemediğiniz filmde kalmasın. Şimdilik hoşçakalın.